We haven't been back to the academia in a while. It hasn't changed much, has it? Well, since we've got some time, want to go to the house of Dana? Paimon wants to do some reading! Ha! So you noticed! Well, you're too late. The Paimon you know and love is no more. You're looking at Paimon Plus, a new and improved treasure trove of travel know-how. Paimon Plus would like to find some new books to peruse. A gracious traveler like yourself wouldn't leave her companionless on her quest, right? Come on, this way! Oh hey! It's Kaveh and Cyrus! Wonder what's going on. Let's go see! Well, you know what they say? Learning is a lifelong quest. Which means there's always another chance to read a book. But you never know when the next chance to reunite with an old friend will come along.
Traveler, Paimon? You're back in Sumeru?
Oh, hello, you two. It's been a while. Looking to spend time with some old friends?
Yep. We saw some familiar faces, so we came to say hi.
Ho ho! Excuse you, associating me with that woman. And if you're going to remember me that way, you should at least mention my tomato-growing skills.
So he's mad about the Zaha Hadid part, and not the old man part?
Well, Paimon's glad to see you in such good spirits, Cyrus. Must mean things are all good here in Sumeru.
Ah, well, it's quite all right. I'm not the type to take offense at that kind of thing.
You definitely are. Anyway, what were you and Kale chatting about just now?
Ah, that. Well, it was quite a spontaneous meeting. I was leaving the sage's office when I spotted Kale in conversation with a Mahamata, and it looked serious. I thought something bad might have happened, so I hurried over as soon as the conversation ended. But as it turns out, our Kale is moving up in the world. The academia even hired her as a consultant.
Wow! That's incredible!
Oh, it's nothing, really.
Look at that, so humble. Takes after me, she does.
Not at all. Not at all. No, wait. I didn't mean that to sound like I don't think you're humble, Mr. Cyrus, because of course you are. I just, Oh, well, I wouldn't even call myself a consultant. I'm just helping out. Now that the new semester has started, a lot of students and scholars are doing fieldwork for their research. But it can be dangerous for those who don't have a lot of experience in the wild. So, the academia is planning to establish an agency that provides guidance on outdoor survival and rescue for people who need it.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So, you're here to explain rainforest survival as a representative of the forest rangers.
Yeah, pretty much. Of course, when it comes to tips on deciphering mechanisms or defeating monsters, that's for people who are far more senior than me to handle. And speaking of which, since we're short on manpower, the person in charge at the academia said we're still accepting newcomers. If you're interested, you're welcome to join and share your insights.
Ah, seizing the moment. Well done, Kale. Recruiting someone as capable as the Traveler is a great idea. Oh, and just between the four of us, the academia has set aside a generous amount of funding for this project.
Well, since Kale's thrown her hat in the ring, we should help out too. What do you say, Traveler?
Great! We're all supposed to meet up in Aru Village later, so I guess we'll regroup there. I was kinda worried, since Master Tighnari isn't around to help this time, but Now I feel much better.
Yeah, even if you don't trust the Academia's eye for talent, you can trust ours for sure.
And mine, of course. I have as good an eye for people as I do for tomatoes.
Well, there you have it.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, speaking of Tighnari, how are things with him and the others?
Good, thanks. All the forest rangers are doing great. Oh, but Master Tighnari did mention that Cyno and Sethos were heading to Gandharvaville. I'm not sure if it's for work or something else.
Huh, knowing them, could just be to play some cards.
I'm not sure. Apparently Sethos is bringing someone else with him too. But with my academia commitment, I didn't have time to ask for more details.
Huh, well now Paimon's curious. Should we go check things out, Traveler?
That's true, and I'm sure they've missed you.
Now that is how it should be between friends. Getting together to play cards or enjoy a meal. Yet here I am, stuck with Nephis, who only ever calls to talk about research. Well, I won't delay your reunion any longer. Until next time.
Goodbye, Mr. Cyrus. Take care. Alright, I should probably get going too. See you later, guys. Come find me in Aru Village when you're ready.
Looking forward to seeing you shine, Kaveh. Tighnari's place. Tighnari's place. Ah! Here it is! Cyno! Sethos! Looks like the whole gang's here. Oh, and Layla's here too! But, oh, she doesn't look too good. Did something happen?
Ah, Paimon, Traveler. It's good to see you. I'd welcome you like a proper host, but I'm a bit busy at the moment. Apologies. No need to look that worried. My observations indicate Miss Layla's condition has improved quite a bit. There's no danger to her mind. She's just fatigued and needs some rest. Excuse me for a moment while I blend some calming incense. I'll let you two explain the situation.
All right. What happened was, Sethos and a few members of the Temple of Silence rescued Layla, who was out in the desert trapped in a state of delirium.
She had to be rescued? Oh, that sounds bad.
That's all you're gonna say about it, Cyno? I mean, we don't want people jumping to conclusions.
That's all I can say about it. The person involved is unable to explain what happened to her, so we're limited in what we know.
Sorry. My head. Still dizzy. The moons. Exactly how many are there?
She's been repeating that phrase over and over again, but she can't seem to remember what happened to her.
We tried a few things back at the Temple of Silence, but we couldn't recover her memories. Her symptoms are kind of similar to researchers in the Satyavada life state, so we brought her to Tighnari to see if our veteran forest watcher had any other ideas.
Tighnari is pretty much our last option, so let's hope he can help.
The good news is, even if restoring her memory is a no-go, we can help with the headache at least. Jur was in a similar state when we found him, delirious and mumbling to himself, but he's more or less back to normal now. Sorry, I should give you some context first, huh? We should let Miss Layla get some rest. Come with me, you two, and I'll introduce you to the other victim of this incident.
Good idea. I'll wait for Tighnari here and keep an eye on our patient.
All right then, this way.
Something strange is going on.
Who did the Ajalainak nut offend? I just don't get it.
Hey, Jer. Still musing about Layla nuts, huh? Want me to have Cyno come over and tell some jokes? Might help distract you.
No. No need. I'm done. Don't encourage him.
Well, sorry for interrupting the Layla talk, buddy. Next time, just say, Aji, hey, knock!
Hold on. So, what's the deal with the Ashilanak nuts? Other than the bad Cyno jokes.
We'll get to that. But first, introductions are in order. This is Jer, a member of the Temple of Silence. And you remember the Traveler, right, Jer?
Of course. I'd never forget a participant in the Rite of Duels or the hero who saved Sumeru.
Awesome. Could you go over what happened to you one more time, Jer? Our valiant hero is gonna help us get to the bottom of this. Might as well join since you're here, am I right? Just hear him out. You're gonna want to uncover this mystery once you do. I bet on it.
Well, I was on an expedition in the desert not too long ago, when I got caught in some quicksand. Later, it became obvious it wasn't normal quicksand because instead of sinking to my death, I fell into an undiscovered ruin. In my panic, arms and legs flailing about, I suspect I touched some things I shouldn't have. Because in that brief moment, an enormous amount of information came surging into my mind. I would hesitate to even call it knowledge, because my brain had no capacity to process the information. To use an analogy, it would be like trying to stuff thousands of Ajalainak nuts into a small water skin without it bursting. Sorry again with the Ajalainak nuts, I know.
It's fine. We're getting to that part of the story anyway.
True. Well, just as I was on the verge of madness, a single phrase broke through the storm of thoughts in my head. It was a man's voice saying, "Don't eat Ajalainak nuts."
What?
I know it's hard to believe, but that's what happened. I was saved by the phrase, "Don't eat Ajalainak nuts." I'm not sure. I'm not even certain it was a man's voice. It's hard to remember now that I've been repeating it so much myself. Anyway, the good news is I no longer feel like my head is going to explode. Of course, the bad news is that phrase has been stuck in my head for the past few days.
Wow. But doesn't it have the opposite effect? Like, the more you say don't eat it, the more you want to eat it?
Yes, that's exactly right. Whoever the voice belongs to, I don't know what his deal is with those nuts.
Well, the world's a big place. There's bound to be people who don't like sweet stuff.
I suppose. Strangely enough, I'm starting to think the voice belonged not to a man, but a cat.
A cat? How?
That's the question, isn't it? What would a cat be doing in an abandoned ruin like that? Just as my mind was reaching its breaking point, I could have sworn I heard the sound of a cat guiding me to exit. But when I came to, all I saw was endless desert, and Sethos shaking me in a desperate attempt to wake me up.
I'll admit, it was pretty terrifying seeing you like that. Staring off into space and mumbling about Layla nuts.
You sure don't sound terrified.
Sorry. It's not that I don't care. It's just kind of hard for rambling about Layla nuts to sound menacing. Now, what Layla was saying, on the other hand, that is much creepier. Exactly. The unknown is what breeds fear. Layla nuts are familiar. But the moon suspended above us at night? That's about as foreign as it gets.
Well, we don't know that for sure. There could be a whole other world inside an Ajalainak nut, with a moon of its own.
Huh. I guess.
Ajalainak nuts are not to be underestimated.
Right, yeah, of course. Won't catch me disparaging the mighty Layla nut. No, sir.
Huh. So, a similar thing happened to Layla then?
Yeah, I think so. I was in a hurry to rescue Jer, so I put a marker on the incident site so we could go back and investigate. When his condition stabilized, we doubled back around to check and... Exactly. Multiple victims with the same symptoms at the same location. It wasn't hard to conclude that something is seriously wrong with that place. So, after we got Layla out of there, I had the Temple of Silence put up a warning sign at the scene and send patrols to watch the area. Speaking of, Cyno, Tighnari, and I are going to head back there and investigate once Layla is stable. So, as per usual, you're here just in time. That's for sure. But there is another reason I want Cyno and Tighnari involved in this. Because the story doesn't end there. Right, Jer?
Oh, yes. Where was I? The Ajalenok nuts butted in and I... Right. Yes. The cat. As I followed the cat noises, the voice said something else.
So, there are those from Tula who still endure.
I thought that was strange, of course, because, well, was the voice referring to me? Records of my ancestry are rather sparse, so I'm not sure if my bloodline even traces back to that place.
That's right. The Temple of Silence's place of origin. And the home of Tighnari's people. Plus, Harmonubis, who Cyno and I both share a connection to, was one of the city's founders. As the temple's current leader, if something strange happens in the desert, it's my job to get to the bottom of it. But it turns out, a lot of people have a horse in this race, and I'm not leaving any of them out. See? Knew you'd join. But yeah, that's all we know about Jer's situation. Tighnari should be done on his end. Let's head back and check on Miss Layla.
There are records in the Temple of Silence that speak of the ancient desert people's love of raising cats. Perhaps I encountered some ancestral cat spirit, long since passed on.
How are you feeling? But don't speak if it's too taxing.
It's fine. I'm much better now, thanks. I feel like I haven't slept in 2 days, so pretty much back to normal.
Whoa. That's your normal?
Traveler, Paimon, I thought I heard your voices earlier. Oh, and, I'm sorry.
Huh? You don't have to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I just mean, I think I'm about to disappoint you. My head was kinda muddled earlier, but I still heard your conversation. I know you're trying to figure out what happened to me, and I want to help. But, I really don't remember anything.
Does your head still hurt?
No, I feel fine. The incense you made helped a lot. I'm still hearing those words in my head, but other than that, I'm okay. It's just, all I remember are those words. Everything else is a total blank. One moment I was heading to the stargazing point I'd calculated, and the next, I was on my back in the sand. The same phrase playing over and over again in my mind. How many moons are there in the sky?
Sethos, did your friend Jer suffer from memory loss too?
Not really. His memories are blurry, but there aren't huge gaps like this. He remembers touching something. Someone talking, a voice mentioning Tula, and hearing a cat lead him to the exit.
A cat.
Did you hear it too?
Huh? Now that you mention it, I think so. It was so soft. I thought I was imagining things.
Which means, at the very least, what the two of you experienced while escaping the ruin is consistent. A single sentence repeating in your heads, and the faint sound of a cat.
Still not a lot to go off of.
Agreed.
Oh, is your head hurting again, Layla?
No, I was just thinking. Maybe my memories are blank because I was sleepwalking at the time. Sometimes, my friends and classmates tell me about things I don't remember doing, or places I don't remember going. I don't talk about it a lot because, well, I don't even know how it happened. But I don't want my personal circumstances clouding your judgment. So I just wanted to mention that.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you for telling us. But I don't think we need to dwell on that for now. We're gonna check out the site of the incident for ourselves, so that should help us come to our own conclusions.
Okay. Then could I come too? I have to know what happened to me back there.
Sure, but on one condition. You need to be in tip-top shape before we head out. If your condition isn't stable enough before then, we'll have to figure out something else.
Of course. No problem.
Well, I'm more concerned about Tighnari. You sure you'll be alright in the desert?
You say that like I'll evaporate on first contact with sand or something. Call it curiosity. If this concerns my ancestors, I want to figure out what's going on. Anyway, as long as I take things slow when the sun's out, I should be fine with the right preparation. Besides, it's a good idea to have a doctor on hand in case of emergencies.
So long as our doctor doesn't become the emergency.
Well, if that happens, I suppose I'll just have to rely on the kindness of my entourage to haul me back home.
All right, well, that all sounds good to me. Let's meet in 2 days like we agreed. Jer and I are gonna head back to the Temple of Silence to do some research in the meantime. See you in a couple days.
Sounds good.
What about you, Layla? If you feel like you need more rest, I can arrange a room for you to stay in.
No need. I've asked enough of you as it is. Besides, I feel a lot better. I should make it back to my dorm, no problem.
You sure? Don't push it too hard, or you might end up sleepwalking along the way.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I have other things I need to do anyway. Like letting my advisor and classmates know that I'm fine, adjusting my stargazing schedule, things like that. If I don't get it all done, I doubt I'll be able to sit still, let alone stay here and get some rest.
I'm not so sure that's... a much better idea. Thank you, Traveler. Of course, if anything starts to feel off, come back for a checkup right away.
You'd better listen to him, Layla, or he'll feed you tasteless slop as a punishment.
Punishment? You're the one who caught a cold. You're supposed to eat light when that happens. Besides, with your nose stuffed up like that, you couldn't taste anything to begin with.
Huh. Is that so? And here I thought it was an intestinal issue.
Should have seen that coming. You're off the clock, so now it's time for puns, huh?
Oh, brother, not this again.
Don't worry, Paimon. I understand. If you want me to stop, then
Then?
you'll have to call a plumber. Tell them someone's gotta pipe down.
This is getting more insufferable by the second. Put a sock in it already, please. Paimon's done with me this game. You win, okay? Let's just get out of here. Please.
All right, you stay safe. I'll try to stay sane.
It seems your jokes have improved with practice, Traveler.
Happy about that?
Absolutely. Finally, someone to share the load.
Ah, you know what? Kale's helping out the academia, but I haven't had the chance to check on her. Why don't you do me a favor and go do that?
Hold on. I thought you were having me over for dinner.
Moons. Azulinoc nuts. Moons. Azulinoc nuts. Are the moons going nuts? Oh no! Looks like Paimon's caught the brain bug too! She can't stop thinking about those two things! Oh, Paimon's gotta clear her head. But how? Aha! Got it! The cafe over there! Why don't we head over for a quick pick-me-up?
Sorry. I feel kinda tired all of a sudden.
Wait, is it because of all Paimon's muttering just now? Oh, sorry. The coffee will be Paimon's treat, okay? Hey, you make it sound like Paimon's stingy or something. Huh, well, she'll just have to show you her true colors. Yeah, starting now. You sit tight and take care of Layla, Traveler. Paimon's gonna get us some snacks and coffee. Be right back. Don't go anywhere in the meantime.
She's pushing herself again as always. Saw right through me, huh? I apologize for the sudden emergence, but I didn't have any other options. Well, that's true. So, for our sake and your safety, allow me to fill in the gaps in her memory. That's right. Layla was already in bad shape, stressing about her new study topic, focusing on the stars instead of her surroundings. By the time she realized the danger she was in, it was too late. Quicksand near the ideal viewing spot? Wasn't expecting that. Looks like Layla's been under a lot of pressure lately. She hasn't been paying attention to her surroundings. But why would quicksand lead to a place like this? Well, all in all, looks like a common desert ruin. Guess there's nothing to do but try to find a way out. Oh, Layla, what have you gotten yourself into this time? I think this door can be opened using the device next to it. Just like I thought. Ugh, what was that? My head. It hurts. Is Layla waking up? No, that's not it. What's going on? It's too much. I don't understand. The ground is... Where am I? It's spinning. How many moons are there in the sky? How many moons are there in the sky? Okay, information isn't rushing into my brain anymore. That's good. How many moons are there in the sky? My head hurts, but there are no more dark spots in my vision, and I can see in front of me. Still, how many moons are there in the sky? What's going on? The same thought keeps popping into my head. What does it mean? How many moons are there in the sky? Isn't there just one? A cat? I think there was one earlier, too. I'm not hearing things. It really is a cat. But what is it doing here? How many moons are there? No! Stop it! Does it want me to follow its cries? Well, it's not like I've got other options. Come on, Layla. You can do this. And so, I followed the cat's cries to find my way out. It was quite a kind creature. It didn't even leave until the other me started to wake up. Thinking back, it all started when I touched that device. I've heard fellow students talk about it before. How the desert is full of objects that do strange things. Sometimes it's just a minor inconvenience. But other times, devices like that can cause massive trouble. Of course. I forgot how much adventuring experience you have. Still, carrying an umbrella doesn't mean you can't get soaked, so just be careful and stay away from unknown devices. No need to thank me. You and Layla are about to head into dangerous territory together. You need to be safe so she can be safe. Well, I think that about sums it up. And just in time. Your coffee's here.
Traveler? A little help over here?
Did I fall asleep?
Wow! Paimon didn't even know she had such an impressive skill. Ha! Does that mean since Paimon bought this coffee, it would just make you sleepier?
A beverage that puts people to sleep. Better saved for work hours, I think.
What? So you can nap on the job? Who does that? Huh? Oh. Beep boop. Oops. Alhaitham, Kaveh. Nice to see you. Oh, and you too, Marak.
Sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything. Miss Layla, you don't look so good. Is everything all right?
I'm fine. I was sleeping just now, so I'm still a bit...
I see. And we woke you, didn't we? I'm sorry. We shouldn't have been so loud.
No, you didn't. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry.
Wait, where are you going? You just got here.
I'm going to do what I came here to do.
Which is?
Buy coffee beans.
Huh? You're going too? Marak! Fine. Run off with him. See if I care. Well, looks like I get you to myself. It's been a while, hasn't it? How have you been? So, a busy life of adventuring for you, and a busy life of academics for Miss Layla, is that right? Oh, is something wrong? Ah, the desert's not always the friendliest place, that's for sure. And from the look on your faces, I'm guessing this problem's not resolved? Don't force yourself to talk about it, of course. But I've worked on several projects in the desert before, so if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
No, I don't have anything to hide. It's just complicated, so explaining might take time.
Ah, well, lucky for us, I've got that in spades.
Yes, you have been quite sedentary recently.
Excuse me? I've been going about work as normal, thank you. And, might I add, you do way less work than me.
I do the amount of work that is required of me.
Ah, yes, you and your stellar work ethic. The stuff of legends. No, now look what you've done. I've lost my train of thought. Where were we?
The problem in the desert.
Wait, you were listening earlier? Oh, we're giving the silent treatment now? Mature, very mature.
Continue, Miss Layla. I'm curious as to how this incident unfolded.
What did I tell you? This one doesn't have enough to do.
Alright. Well...
Could you still use some extra hands on this investigation team of yours?
Huh? You want to join, Mr. Kaveh?
That's right. I think my experience studying desert mausoleums could be of some use here. Alhaitham's expertise in ancient languages could be helpful too. Besides, I consider you all to be my friends, and friends are supposed to help each other out.
Wait, I'm involved in this now?
Oh, please, I know you. Half the battle was over the minute you said you were curious. We couldn't stop you from joining if we tried.
Well, you've got me there. Besides, this suitcase of yours has been jumping at the chance to volunteer for a while now. I imagine
You imagine?
mechanical life forms might also feel homesick from time to time.
Huh. Now that you mention it, Marak's core was a component sourced from the desert.
That could prove useful.
You're sure you want to come with us? It could be dangerous.
Oh, I'm sure. All the more reason to recruit as much help as possible. It's important to count on friends at times like these. Our pleasure. It's a plan, then. All right, we'll head back to our place to get ready. This one hasn't been on a trip in a while. Chances are, he doesn't even remember how to pack a suitcase.
I'm not worried. It'll get done. Somehow.
Would it kill you to help every once in a while?
I do help. It's called moral support.
Oh, of course. And I am ever so grateful.
Goodbye, you three.
We'll see you soon! Oh, and Kaveh, your coffee beans! You were too busy glaring at Alhaitham, you almost forgot them!
Well, we're pretty close to the academia now. I should be fine from here. Thanks for the coffee, Paimon. I feel much better now. Right. I'll follow the doctor's orders. Or try to, at least. With the blessing of the stars, I hope we all get a good night's sleep.
at the map, we should be getting close. Speaking of which, the closer we get, the more Paimon's heart feels like it's beating out of her chest. Excitement! Yeah, sure, that's it. Oh look, it's Tighnari and the others. Everyone's here bright and early. Yeah, the desert's a pretty harsh environment. Better to travel at night and beat the heat. Hey everyone, we're here!
Ah, right on time. You don't need to worry about me. It's not too hot yet, and I'm properly hydrated.
All right, we're just waiting on the 2 people Miss Layla mentioned, and then we'll be set. He's staying behind. If we don't make it back after a certain time, he'll be in charge of rescue operations.
You can count on me.
Nice! You thought of everything!
Oh, and Cyrus said he'll be in Aru Village, so he's also available if we need help.
Haha! Amazing! Having people to watch our back is making Paimon a lot less nervous.
Yeah, I did. After hearing about what happened, my advisor gave me some time off to rest. So, my studies are on hold for now.
Then, does your advisor know you're back in the desert to investigate?
Yes, but I was only allowed to come after I mentioned that General Mahamatra would be there too.
Haha! Quite the reputation you've got there, Cyno. Something wrong? You haven't said a word this whole time. Are you in a bad mood or something?
No. Being skilled with words also means being a good listener. I'm just reflecting on what you're saying.
Alhaitham! Kaveh! Ha! Over here!
Darn it. I was just setting up a brilliant...
Yeah. I'm sure you'll find another chance. The important thing is, our scribe and our renowned architect are here at last.
High praise. But wait, why am I renowned and not him? He's just as famous as Cyno, Dia, or Nilu.
That just means your level of fame is even greater. How could a lowly scribe hold a candle to you?
Lowly scribe? Please. All those strings you pulled to get those new books from the House of Dana? What do you call that?
Borrowing. Anyone with an employee ID can do it.
Uh-huh, yeah. The House of Dana bends over backwards for just anyone, does it?
Send a report to Lesser Lord Kusanali then. Let her know someone at the Academia is abusing their position.
Hey! I never said abusing!
Impressive verbal sparring, as always. Oh, hello to you too, Marak. Well, looks like your assistant is raring to go, Kaveh. So, I say we get this show on the road. No sense delaying the inevitable. No need. We're in this together, remember? Sure. This is the entrance, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. Then, if we're all set, let's get moving.
Paimon's mouth is full of sand! So that's what falling into quicksand feels like?
If this was quicksand, we would have struggled to breathe. No. I think this was regular sand, and we didn't sink into it. We fell through it. Into this place.
Agreed.
In other words, sounds like a you problem, Paimon.
Ha, very funny. No, wait, Paimon's the only one. Ha! See?
What? I'm the only one with sand in my shoes? Yeah, right.
Whoa! There are monsters here? Kira didn't say anything about that.
Probably means he didn't run into any. We're just unlucky.
Not the best sign of what's to come.
He'll be fine. Let's just use up all our bad luck. He's over.
Guilty! You stay condemned! Well, that goes without saying.
Fair point. There's just one problem, though. The only way forward is through that door.
Ooh! Is it time to hunt for a key? Paimon loves this part. Don't worry. With our adventuring experience, we'll find it no problem. Let's get searching.
Marak, wait! Marak, this isn't really your old home, is it?
No idea what that means, but Marak does sound pretty happy.
So, mechanical life forms do have the capacity to miss home. A novel discovery.
Well, with Marak leading the way, we should be safe, right? Good thing you decided to join, Kaveh. Otherwise, our investigation would have ended at that door.
It was nothing that I did. You should thank Marak instead.
Hold on. At this rate, Paimon's gonna lose her title as best guy to a mechanical suitcase. Aw, thanks. Hey, wait. What do you mean, useless?
Well, no weird mental symptoms so far. I'll take that as a win. That said...
There are 3 doors here.
So, we split up. Divide and conquer. Otherwise, this whole thing is in ruins. No pun intended on that last part. I swear.
Yeah, that might be our best option.
Good idea. And the minute things go south, we go back the way we came.
Ooh, this is getting exciting! So, who's teaming up with who? Paimon calls dibs on the Traveler!
Well, this takes me back. Last time we were in the desert together, 2 of you came all the way out here to gang up on me.
Oh? Sounds like someone's holding a grudge. Just what I like to hear. If you're still hung up on that last one, just name the time and place, and we'll have ourselves another thrilling... duel.
Huh. What's with the awkward pause? This chamber is huge. I can't even imagine what it's used for.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I seem to have stepped on some kind of stone slab.
Huh. There's a pattern on this, but it's hard to make out with all the dust. Huh? Look! The shape seems to match the markings on the ground over there.
Let's slot it in and see.
And we have a match. Looks like we need to find the other 3 broken slabs.
Let's search the area, but be careful where you step.
Ooh, got one! Ouch, but watch out. The edges are kind of sharp.
Got the 3rd piece. We just need one more. Huh. Look, a cat. Could it be the same one Jer mentioned?
I don't think we need to worry about startling him. He doesn't seem afraid of people.
Yeah. If anything, it seems like he wants us to follow.
Oh, he led us to the last piece. Who's a good kitty?
I never thought I'd hear you say something like that.
You've clearly never heard how the professor talks to his tomatoes, then.
Alright, well, that's that. Now, we need to figure out how to get rid of all this dust.
Behold, the great Vayu Viastra.
Be honest. You've been waiting to say that for how long now?
Just activate the mechanism.
Huh. It worked. It's a picture of...
3 Hermanubises?
That can't be right. The ears aren't vertical.
Oh, true. And the lugs fall short. My hat is much better looking.
A goat, an ibis, and a crocodile.
Oh, wow. Our botanist knows more than just plants.
Riveting observation. I was just thinking. These 3 figures look a lot like the 7 pillars of King Deshret.
That's right. These are our colleagues.
Our what now?
You sure about that?
Just kidding. But what I meant by that is, these were Hermanubis' colleagues back then. The middle one is the Goat King Hereshef, Minister of Ministers, the god Amun's most trusted chancellor. Records say he was the deputy king of the Desert Sands, chief among the 7 pillars.
Someone even more impressive than Hermanubis? I wonder if that ever got his goat. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Okay, that was a good one.
Wait, really? I've got so much more where that came from.
Where were we? This is Sobek, the Crocodile King, captain of captains. As the name suggests, he was a valiant commander and had dominion over all weapons of war. And finally, this is the Ibis King Thoth, scribe of scribes.
Your memory's pretty impressive. I bet you're almost as good as me at memorizing cards.
A scribe. Did he manage archives then? Like Alhaitham?
Wait, that's all Alhaitham does? I never knew being an academia scribe was such a cushy job.
Well, that's how his friend put it, anyway. But it does seem like he has a lot of free time.
Well, I don't know much about the academia, but I'm sure the Ibis King had more responsibilities than that. The temple's records say he represented the wisest aspects of King Deshret, inventing the desert script and arcane arts at his king's command.
He must have been quite the impressive man then.
Or creature, depending on how you look at it.
Still, why are these three the only ones represented here? What about the other pillars of King Deshret?
Maybe because the three of them were extra close?
Huh. Kinda like us.
Oh yeah! Maybe we should have someone inscribe us on a commemorative stone slab too.
Or we could just take a picture. It would serve the same purpose. Anyway, no more distractions. Huh. Doesn't it look like there's writing carved into the corner?
Huh. There is. And it's in the ancient desert script too.
Looks like the Ibis King left you some homework.
Give me a sec. I'll try and translate it. The ministers are unvirtuous. The scribes unwise. The captains unworthy. My end is not humanity's end. Hereby bestow upon you all the far side of eternity. Wait, so they went to Aru?
It doesn't sound like it was their idea.
The far side of eternity is said to be the final land of dreams for all desert dwellers. But if such a place did exist, wouldn't it also be an inescapable prison?
Yes, and based on the writing here, it's clear King Deshret wasn't pleased with these three. This gift he bestowed upon them seems more like a punishment. Such is the power of a king, I suppose.
Which means the goat's the one who got in the end.
Huh. Yep, not as good the second time.
What? Impossible.
Well, looks like that's all we can learn here. Should we keep going?
Yes, no time to waste.
Jeez, who knew a suitcase could be so fast? Marak is nothing like this when it comes to housework. Hey, wait up!
A scout's job is to take the lead. Just let Marak figure it out.
Easy for you to say. I'll be the one doing the repairs if something happens.
Why don't you go scout ahead then?
When I think of a comeback, I'll let you know. Oh, Marak stopped. What is it? Found something?
Looks like something covered in sand.
Let's get it out then. Come on. Oh, it's a stone slab. Good job, Marak.
Let's take a look.
Huh. Looks like this part of the picture goes over there?
In that case, there must be other pieces.
All right, and let's look around. Hey! Why are you sitting down?
I thought Marak was helping.
Oh, so you do know what that word means. Great. Are we supposed to just sit back while Marak does all the work?
No, I doubt you could do that.
Exactly.
But I can. See?
It's all coming back to me. How insufferable it is to work with this no-good, do-nothing...
We could be more efficient, I agree. I'll work on this piece. You take care of the rest.
Found one! Good teamwork. Looks like we found them all. The pieces fit together like a glove. But we can't see what's on them.
Turn around.
Huh?
Look.
Oh, I've seen this before. It can create strong winds. Just what we need to clean off the slab. Come on, let's... Hey!
Don't worry about me. If I sit here, I won't be in the way.
Oh, you don't want to be in the way? Then sit right in front, so the device can blow you straight back to Sumeru City. Tuh! Done. Huh. That's one big cat. And there's a shattered crown. I think it's depicting some kind of story.
Look, there's writing too. The Ibis King answered the young noble, granting him the wisdom he sought. But the fragile crown was shattered by lies in the end. Here I leave the name, Gudar's.
Gudar's? I've seen that name in a history book before. He was a young noble who sought to save his realm, and a king who once united the desert.
That's right. Although his methods were rather shameful. During his long reign, he betrayed his family and the nobles who supported him, only realizing the error of his ways after his enemies left him nowhere to turn. But by then, it was too late.
Seems like a common occurrence across history.
Different people, same mistakes. It's an inevitable pattern, destined to repeat itself.
The writing mentions the Ibis King, but a cat is depicted here. Does that mean...
So far, what's depicted on the slab seems true to history. In which case, this cat is either a proxy for the Ibis King or a manifestation of said king himself. Exaggeration is a common method ancient records use to highlight a being of higher status. And as we know, Layla and Jur both heard the sound of a cat while escaping the ruin.
You're saying the Ibis King, one of the legendary 7 pillars of King Deshret, is here, still helping those in need?
I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Wait, there it is! The cat! Ah! Marak went after him!
The cat's showing us the way forward. Come, let's follow.
Okay. Huh. The cat's... gone.
Yes, but look where he led us.
Oh. Another slab. It looks similar to the last one. Oh, by all means, take your sweet time. Wouldn't want you to overexert yourself. Huh. The scene depicted here...
Seems to be a different tale. The Ibis King answered the Jinn-blooded dancing girl, granting her the wisdom she sought. But enemies plotted to kill her close kin. Snake venom was her self-chosen end. Here I leave the name. Makaira.
The Temptress of Woe?
You've heard of her?
Of course. I don't just sit around doodling all day. She's mentioned in tons of papers about the desert. As I recall, she was given as a gift to the tyrant king of Gurabad, and later seized the opportunity to kill him. After getting her vengeance, she reigned as queen for many years, until her enemies attempted a coup, and she took her own life.
That's more or less the version I've read as well. It seems this queen also had dealings with the Ibis King.
Yeah, I'm starting to find this whole granting wisdom business a bit concerning. I mean, considering how Gudars and Makaira ended up, it might not have been a good thing. But, at the same time, if the cat guiding us is linked to the Ibis King, then he doesn't seem like a villain either.
People are complicated, and the same is true of the servants of the gods, no matter their wisdom or power. Let's reserve judgment for now, and keep moving.
Oh, Paimon meant to ask earlier. Have your memories come back, Layla?
No, sorry. To be honest, nothing about this experience feels familiar. Besides, my focus is the stars, so I don't spend a lot of time exploring ancient ruins.
Guess that makes us the senior researchers in this scenario. Stick close, alright, Layla?
Okay. Wow, what a tall ceiling.
Yeah, but for such a big place, it's so empty. Like no one ever lived here. Sure must have been boring to live in ancient times, staring at ceilings all day.
Now that you mention it, I've heard some people used to draw star maps on their vaulted ceilings. Some might even make them transparent to better observe the movement of the stars. It sounds so nice. Stargazing from the comfort of your own home. Wait a second. I think I see something up there.
Huh? How is Paimon supposed to do that? Oh, right. Flying. Duh. Alright. Sit tight, everyone. Adventurer Paimon will be right back. Okay. So, there's nothing super special up there. Just a couple of shelves, tables, jars, and scrolls. And a whole bunch of dust, dirt, and sand. You really want to search through all that stuff? Well, when you put it that way... Come on then, let's see what we've got. Paimon's hoping for something super valuable.
Thanks. I'll stick close. I think that's everything. Most of the documents are in the ancient desert script, except these ones. These seem old as well, but the handwriting makes them stand out.
Right! Let's arrange them in chronological order before we read through. Okay, now let's take a look.
Maybe this person fell in by accident, like Mr. Jur and me.
Yeah, maybe. But they don't sound super worried about their situation. So, Either this person's an ace adventurer, like the Traveler, or some kind of super optimist.
An optimist, huh? Oh, I wish I could be that sort of person.
That's right! You're detailed and passionate. Great qualities for an adventuring buddy. This optimist seems super obsessed with exploring every corner of this place. That could have gotten them in big trouble for all we know.
Well, I appreciate the compliment. It's almost magical how words like that can make you feel like you can do anything. I only wish that magic could last a little longer. Until I figure out my new study topic, at least. Oh, looks like you were spot on, Paimon.
See? Told ya! That's what happens when you don't think things through. And all this talk about seniors and juniors, he was a student just like you, Layla. Whew, he sure talks a big talk for a student, though. You'd think he was some kind of old scholar instead.
Huh.
What is it? Did Paimon say something wrong?
No, not at all. I was just thinking, and this might sound rude, but the way this person speaks is just so... you noticed too. I mean, it's good that he helped treat his companion's wound, but it didn't seem like it was out of kindness. More like he was looking out for his own self-interest, or thought he could get something out of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
Yeah. If you're both in this dangerous situation together, wouldn't you mention them at least once? If it were Paimon, she would write down the name of every single person she was with. No one would be able to get away.
Actually, I find Paimon's approach quite sensible. It makes sense from a safety perspective, too. That way, if anyone came to the rescue, the notes would be able to tell them everything they needed to know.
Whoa! That's genius-level thinking!
Well, I learned that from Madame Farazan, actually. I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. Oh, no! I'm just a student.
It's fine! You taught us something, so you're our teacher. Simple as that. Anyway, from the looks of things, the student who left these notes behind was pretty weird. Let's keep reading. Whoa! Hang on! That's a lot of information. Paimon needs a moment to take this in. The Ibis King. So... did this person actually meet the Ibis King here?
Sorry. Who?
Jeez, not again! Stop teasing her, Traveler! You know she was asking about Nefer. Anyway, Nefer's, a friend of ours. And she's mentioned the Ibis King before, but not in much detail.
Oh, I see. Well, that's not too surprising. Most people in Sumeru know about King Deshret, and most in the academia have at least some knowledge on the 7 pillars. Legend has it, King Deshret ruled the desert at the head of several wise retainers, guiding their people to pursue the limits of wisdom. He also left behind treasures for future generations, which continue to be relevant in nearly every research discipline. Now, this message indicates this student and his senior were rescued by the Ibis King. But to think it's possible to meet him in a place like this... We don't know when these notes were written, but Didn't the 7 pillars disappear a long time ago?
Yeah, the notes made it sound like his powers were restricted. Also, the mention of this form? What is that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure. Let's keep reading.
Oh, this is the last page. There's even a signature at the end. Well, sounds like they made it out. Guess it was a happy ending after all.
Wait. But it says, the Ibis King cannot be trusted.
Huh. Our friend said something similar. That the Ibis King was a liar. And the notes did make it seem like something wasn't quite right with him. Maybe he wasn't one of the 7 pillars at all, but some kind of con artist. Great, Ibis King! If you heard that, Paimon didn't mean it! Please forgive her! Don't trap us here!
I think Paimon raises a good point. Let's keep our guard up just in case. Alright, I think that's all the clues around here. How about we...
Oh! It's Marak! That means Kaveh and the others should be around here, right?
Hello? Anyone up there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can!
You know, sound travels just fine in an empty chamber like this. You don't have to shout. Of course, if you're shouting to express your excitement at being reunited, by all means, pretend I never said anything.
Yelling like this is kinda exhausting. Come on, let's head back down.
Wow, we all ended up in the same place, huh?
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Indeed. Or as I like to call it, the chai factor. No reply?
Just say it.
All right. Because it's spice to sweet brew again.
Oh, hey, that's a new version.
Wait, what? You've never heard that one?
What are you looking for?
A place to sit and read my book.
Oh, great. What else is new?
Well, looks like everyone made it through unscathed. Let's take this chance to get some water, rest a bit, and discuss what we learned. Sound good?
Yeah, let's debrief.
Okay, so we all learned a lot, but it feels like we ended up with even more questions.
Yeah, but one thing's for sure. This place is tied to the Ibis King in some way. Hey, Cyno. You're the current representative of Hermanubis. Can you call him up for a sec?
Of course. Just let me sense his presence. Just kidding. I can't sense him at all.
Jeez, Sethos. Did you set him up for that one? What are you, a two-man act?
Sorry, Hermanubis isn't like the Ibis King. He can possess me, but I can't talk to him whenever I want.
Oh, truly? Does that mean he's gone? I would have liked to reminisce about old times with him.
Ah, the cat! It speaks!
Of course it speaks. In fact, it is not an it at all. You do me a great offense.
My apologies. Esteemed cats, sir?
Oh, this little contraption is still here.
Contraption? No, this is Marak.
Which means you do his assistant a great offense.
Huh? Well, I didn't mean... Well, I apologize. I wasn't referring to this Marak, but rather the thing that operates it. King Deshret was quite partial to it. I have forgotten what it was called. It must have had an official name, albeit in the old tongue. Even if I did remember, I would need to translate it into modern language. It's not important. Marak's a fine name. Even better than the original, if you ask me. Who thought of it? And the remodeling, quite well done indeed. This Marak looks much happier in its current form. Oh, and the components should have model numbers written on them. You can look them up if you're curious.
This cat talks a lot.
Quite the one-sided conversation.
Is this what the Ibis King was like?
He seems quite eloquent. I wonder if he plays cards.
Ha! I knew Marak was a great name. Go me.
Let's see, what page was I on again? Should have brought a bookmark.
That all went over Paimon's head.
Hello indeed. For you to know my name. Yes, I was not mistaken. You are special among your companions. But you are all guests. It is only proper to invite you in. Come then, this way. Welcome to my humble abode.
Oh, your house sure is spacious, Lord Ibis King.
I fear it's not quite what it used to be. In fact, it has long ceased to be my home at all. It belongs to the descendants of the cats I once raised. Such adorable creatures, aren't they? Take the one I'm borrowing here, for instance. A chubby fellow with such lovely fur. Anyway, tradition dictates that a special guest such as yourself be presented with a gift. Alas, it's a first-come, first-served basis, you see. I fear with the passage of time, none are left.
What? So the treasure's gone already?
Treasure, you say? Not an inaccurate description. Yes, and no. I have the power to grant gifts inaccessible to the masses. The only requirement is answering a question. Not a bad deal, yes? Of course, my questions were given unto me by King Deshret, who in turn received them from the Mistress of Flowers. There are 3, and no more. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? What determines truth and falsehood?
The more he talks, the less Paimon understands.
I see. That must mean Gudars and Makaira managed to answer 2 of the 3.
Another who understands.
Oh, so that's the event those 2 slabs are depicting.
Ah, priests and their records. A singular obsession, and quite boring, too. After being imprisoned within Aru, I could, on occasion, take the form of a cat to converse with those around me. But I despised speaking to them. No conversational skills whatsoever. Now, humans like you who stumble in here from time to time, you are much more interesting.
Hold on, we're getting off topic again. The 3 questions you just mentioned? What are they for, exactly?
Ah, that is a story that begins with King Deshret.
And we're in for another long one.
Nostalgia for the past is common to us all, is it not? And our king, he was such a proud, solemn man in those days. He watched us speak of the present and the future, of the wisdom we possessed or were about to obtain. We were his proud retainers, confident in our belief that, so long as each one of us used our abilities to the fullest, progress was inevitable. Yet, King Deshret's ambition was not destined to be allowed in a closed-off world such as this. So nothing went as planned. In fact, from the beginning, there were signs an outcome of this nature was inevitable. Because although there were 7 pillars, one was forever absent. Al-Ahmar would insist the Dendro Dragon Sovereign was one of us, but the dragon herself rejected that idea.
Huh. Like a card you can never seem to draw from your deck.
More like a card that was never in the deck to begin with.
Alas, that's just who Al-Ahmar was. There was nothing we could do about that. And I always preferred chess to cards. In the end, life grew unbearable for our king. But, of course, those who remain must continue to live on. But subjects like us were less fortunate. After all, the fate of a retainer is decided by the king, including the chance to walk away. So it was then that King Deshret had Kroko, Goti, and I locked up within Aru, where we remain to this day.
Krako.
Goti?
Ah, of course. You're more familiar with their full names. Sobek, the Crocodile King, and Hereshef, the Goat King. And let me tell you, when it comes to chess, Hereshef was a habitual backseat strategist, always spewing nonsense from the sidelines. Well, Sobek was all too quick to take his terrible advice, to the point where I was the one who got accused of cheating. Chess is an exercise in patience, and that man couldn't sit still to save his life. He could never excel at that game. In fact, neither of them were good at chess. Even so, we played together often, and since I was always the winner, we got along quite well. What are you laughing at? Were we not good friends?
No one's laughing. Paimon would never.
No, not you. It's Goti. He's laughing for no reason again. Can you not hear him? Ah, right. Of course you can't. The two of them are inside Aru, as am I, so only I can hear them.
What is even going on here? Has he, started to lose it after being trapped for so long?
That does happen to prisoners serving life sentences.
Speaking of which, how's Azar doing these days?
I doubt he's doing much of anything.
Just what I wanted to hear.
What is the meaning of this? You doubt my words? I have half a mind to not talk at all.
Oh, no. They're not questioning you, Lord Ibis King, just discussing other things. Please, continue.
In that case, where were we?
Getting to the part about the 3 questions. Hopefully.
Ah yes, we're almost there. Before I entered Aru, King Deshret said I could be released from my eternal seal if I chose humans who could provide the correct answers to those 3 questions. The first person who caught my eye was Gudarz. I asked him, what causes our rise and fall? He answered, conspiracy and betrayal, for it renders the righteous and wise unable to succeed, and thus nations fall. I found his answer quite interesting, so I bestowed upon him the power to deceive. The second human I chose was Makaira. I asked her, what obliterates love and hate? She said unto me, I have nothing left to lose. Vengeance alone can quench both love and hate. I found this to be another fascinating response, so I granted her the power to be loved.
But both of them ended up...
Now then, young one, riddle me this. Did their answers point to this fate, or was it the power I bestowed upon them that determined their end?
I'm just an observer who doesn't understand their circumstances, so I can't answer.
A clever reply. I do not wish to comment either. It is all in the past at this point. My only wish was for their answers to be acknowledged by King Deshret's rules, and bring me one step closer to freedom. As for the final person, her fate remains to be seen, so I will not reveal her name. I asked her, what determines truth and falsehood? And found her answer quite compelling, so I bestowed upon her a gift to match. As you can see, however, I have not been freed, so it's clear the answer she gave at that time was wrong. But alas, 3 people were chosen and 3 questions were asked. So now all I can do is wait. Wait until her wisdom is in line with the rules set forth by my king. Until she has found the true answer to that question.
No wonder there was no third stone slab then. Or perhaps you're just not ready to include her in the story. Though that might be a generous interpretation.
Well, it's not merely because her story remains unfinished. As the remaining priests of this place left or passed on, there were none left to record the events that followed. Besides, stone slabs are few and far between in the Great Red Sands. In the sprawling desert, very few things or people even manage to leave a trace. But sometimes I can't help but wonder, if that young man from several centuries ago had been willing to answer my question, would I have left Aru by now?
Wait, so there was someone else?
Of course, it has been thousands of years after all. All sorts of people have stumbled upon this place, but I only chose the special ones. That young man had such a singular intelligence, though his companion, by contrast, was rather average.
The author of those notes we found? The student named Zandik?
Ah, yes, I think that was his name. In truth, I was unsure whether I should grant him my third remaining gift. He was, of course, exceedingly clever, but he was also mistrustful and narcissistic in equal measure, and there did not seem to be a line he was unwilling to cross. Too much power could be dangerous in the hands of someone like him, so I found myself rather relieved when he declined my gift.
Oh, he turned you down? Did he give a reason?
Yes. He said he didn't need it. I still remember the look in his eyes. Nothing stood out per se, and still I could sense contempt and disdain radiating from his gaze. I could not give an exact reason, but on instinct I just knew it would not end well to get close to a man like that. So, I tricked him. Stick close to your companion, I said. Only the descendants of Tuletula can come and go as they please. Leave him behind, and there is no escape for you.
So, does that mean his companion wasn't a descendant of Tuletula?
Oh no, that part was true. The lie was in the other half. Anyone can enter or exit this place. There are no restrictions. I saw that his companion was exhausted and was concerned Zandik might leave him behind, or worse, that some other accident might befall him. So I made up an excuse to prevent Zandik from going a step too far. Oh, and speaking of, Sandik's companion had the same blue hair and pointed ears as you.
Wait, does that mean Layla's also a descendant of Tuletula?
Indeed. When Hermanubis founded that city, he took in many who had nowhere else to go. Today their progeny are scattered to the four winds, and indeed are far more numerous than I could have imagined.
So the person you protected could have been my ancestor.
Yes, yes. You're very welcome for that.
Could I ask another question, Lord Ibis King?
Of course. I have nothing but time, I'm afraid.
Did you also save me and a man named Jur?
I did. You two were quite unlucky bumping into a device King Deshret once used to measure human brain power. That contact caused more knowledge than you could handle to flood into your minds. So I replaced that knowledge with simpler, repetitive information. Of course, the side effect being the same thought repeating over and over again in your mind, but that should resolve itself in time.
How many moons are there in the sky?
Yes, that was the phrase I used in your head. I forgot the other one, though. I believe it had something to do with food. Both were spur-of-the-moment decisions, so no need to dwell on the meaning too much.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Lord Ibis King.
As I said, young one, you are most welcome. If you're inclined to return the favor, perhaps you could turn off that device so no one else can trigger it? There's only so much a cat's paw can do, so I'm afraid this is something I must leave to you. Or Marak, I suppose. Oh, splendid! Another one bites the dust. Such is the fate of things here. Day by day, little by little, the remnants of ages past fade into obscurity. For that reason, the gifts of bygone eras, be they tied to your blood or technological in nature, are not to be revered. They are tools, nothing more. Disrespectful? I simply make the most of what I have. Besides, our king has been gone all these years. What good does it do to revere him now?
Oh, are you talking to the Goat King again?
No, Croco this time. He's pestering me for another game of chess. Says he wants to even the score. Wishful thinking, if you ask me. If we counted one push-up for every loss, he'd owe me 300,000 by now. Of course, that's just a rough estimate. I've never kept count.
It appears that's something you like. Being someone unable to be defeated.
I suppose so. All right then. Time for me to extend my winning streak, and for you all to head home. In truth, deep down, I know even the answers to those 3 questions will not change my fate. But that is for me to reckon with. Go on now.
Excuse me. Do you even know what time it is? I've harvested 3 crops of tomatoes while you've been gone.
You're exaggerating, Professor.
I'm making a point. There's a difference.
Sincerest apologies for keeping you waiting, Professor Cyrus.
See, that's what I call manners. Now, are any of you hurt?
Nope. It went way smoother than we expected, actually.
I presume the investigation is complete then. Come, tell me all about it. Oh my, did you look out? If you've read the work from the Vahumana Dashan, you would know that the Ibis King has, well, let's call it a mixed record. Perhaps he softened up a bit in his old age, and that's why he chose to help you.
Or perhaps he just didn't have a good enough reason not to help us. See? Marak agrees.
How do you even know that's what Marak meant? That could have just been a happy noise.
In any case, there's a lot to be happy about. We figured out what happened to Layla and Jur, and there were some unexpected takeaways too.
Yeah, I never expected to learn about my ancestry.
I've always thought of myself as just an ordinary student. I never would have even considered something like that could be true.
Come to think of it, our ancestors might even have been friends at some point.
Huh? You're right. Maybe I should take a trip back home to see if I can find any records about that.
Oh, I was just throwing that out there. I wouldn't want you to go to the trouble.
It's fine. My advisor gave me a break, and I still have a few days left, so... Oh, wait. My study topic. I haven't made any progress at all. No. I need to focus on that instead. Right.
Couldn't you help her, Professor?
Huh? No, I could never.
Me, you say? I'm from the Spatamar Darshan, and I don't think that Nephis or Zahahadi researched the stars. All I have to offer are my homegrown tomatoes. Although I suppose it's not impossible. I can ask a few old friends to recommend some interesting topics.
You really don't have to. It sounds like a lot of work.
Hardly. A few passing questions while we water the plants? It's no trouble at all.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Now it's getting late, and you all must be tired. Let's wrap things up here. Some say desert nights are the sun taking mercy on us after the heat of the day. So, let's leave while she still feels merciful.